Hello and welcome to another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. Wow, that was something. Yes, it's another Warcraft 3 commentary, and guess who we're having play it today? Oh, I'm excited. We have two friends. They're friends with each other. I'm friends with DkH.CorNoX. He's a really cool guy. I love the guy. He's really cool. And he's gonna be playing as the red night elf in the top left corner of Ancient Isles too. And his opponent down in the lower left, is that the lower right? I mean, he's in the, yeah. Grubby, ladies and gentlemen. Iron Troll is his name, his nickname that he's currently using. I don't know if he's currently using. He's been using it for a while. He probably uses some other ones. But Iron Troll, he is playing the green undead. Now I know what you're thinking, Grubby's an orc player. He's an orc player. Well, yeah, he is an orc player, but he's also an undead player, and this is a friendly little match between DkH.CorNoX and Grubby. And they do this from time to time, and I really enjoy watching them. And this time I figured, hey, let's cast it, because whatever, right? Not, you know, why not? Grubby's really good, DkH.CorNoX is really good. I don't know if Grubby's still really good at Warcraft. Yeah, I think he is, I don't know. But we're gonna find out when we watch him right now play undead. And he is gonna go ahead and start with a ghoul opening, getting that Death Knight first. Looks like he wants to do some early pressure. He's gonna get the early shop. He's gonna probably send that DK right on over here. He could be creeping though. I mean, with this ability, definitely has that option. And over here you can see DkH.CorNoX. What hero is he gonna start with? It's gonna be the Demon Hunter. Down here we can see there's an Acolyte. Will he try to get the Creep Jack? He might have, but unfortunately, he was ensnared by the creep, so he's not really gonna get a chance to do that. Probably gonna run out, it looks like. Maybe he's gonna run back in fact. He is gonna go for it. I'll be darned, will he get it? Let's see, 48 XP. Oh, so close, but not quite close enough. The Demon Hunter picks up that experience as that Acolyte decides, let's get the balls out of here, because, you know, he doesn't want to stay around. He's like, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to die. That's 25 more experience to the Demon Hunter, which will definitely give him level 2. Unfortunately for that Acolyte, he is a lot slower than the Demon Hunter. Now, I don't know if that Demon Hunter is actually going to go for him, but it definitely is looking like he's going to. Is he? Is he going to get him? Oh, he's totally going to get him. The question is actually, though, is he going to be able to deny this Acolyte in the creeps? It's possible. We'll see. Looks like he's not paying enough attention. That's level 2 on the Demon Hunter. And over here we can see that Iron Troll, also known as Grubby, taking his Death Knight in here and saying, let's do some damage. I got a couple skeletons. Gonna split these guys up real nice. Gonna get a wisp kill, getting one of those coils right off the bat. Now this is a little bit risque, right? To go coil with a Demon Hunter who's got mana burn. So you gotta be a little bit careful there, because you will lose all your mana to the guy. He's just going, you know, burning you. That's not the sound the mana burn makes, but whatever. Yeah, and he's gonna run away. Now I'm expecting a Garg tech here. I would like to see a Garg tech. You know, it doesn't have to be a Garg tech, but when you're going this kind of style of play, it looks to me a lot like it's the style where, you know, you're like, okay, you've got wisps, and I don't want you to have them. And the best way to do that is with gargoyles, absolutely. It's not an easy style to play. And also, I just noticed Grubby did sell his TP, which means he gets a faster tech. And I think that's kind of indicating Gargs, I really do. It might not be, but we're gonna see. Now, one thing that's nice is that DkH.CorNoX is not creeping right now. If he does indeed decide to go Gargs, that's pretty good for Grubby, because Grubby doesn't want him to creep up. He doesn't want him to have a high-level panda. That's the big thing if he goes Gargs. And the reason that's a big thing is because with a level 2 Demon Hunter, he doesn't really have to creep it. He can just sit there. But what he wants to do is get his Ancient of War set up or something in a position where he can pull out a panda and then quickly creep it to level 3 using the Ancient of War. Now in this case, that's not going to happen. As you can see, this Ancient of War is still pumping out archers, actually. He's getting quite a few archers. DkH.CorNoX is being very prepared. He's like, I don't know what's coming. He might know what's coming. I don't know what's coming. But you know, he's definitely defending really up. He's like, okay, let me make sure I have a huge amount of archers. And he's sitting at 5 archers. That's a pretty big deal. Now he's gonna uproot that Ancient of War. He ate a tree, as you can see. He's regenerating life, right? Am I wrong? Did I not? Oh, I am wrong. I thought okay, I guess he didn't eat a tree. So he's not eating a tree. I don't think he ate a tree. I think that's the normal regeneration that Night Elves have at night. And he's just moving it down into one of these places so he can creep with his panda when he gets to it. Now you do see these ghouls moving out. That is going to be 7-8 ghouls on the field right there. And do we have any over here? Now we do see a graveyard going down, but we don't see a second crypt, so it's almost certainly not Gargs. My soul kind of hurts a little bit right now, but that's okay. Let's be honest. guard play is kind of played out. I mean, elves have done really good at countering it, and it's not easy to play, so it's, you know, not really expecting it, but I really wanted to see it because I love to watch it. But that's okay. Maybe we'll find some other replay sometime where we can find some guard play, but who knows. Over here we can see that CorNoX, he's gonna pick up that panda, and you know, Grubby's like, okay, well, you got the panda, I'm gonna try to kill your wisp right here. His ghouls are not really doing anything on the map. He hasn't really gotten, oh, what a dodge on that coil, very nicely done, and that Death Knight is gonna take a whole lot of damage. Also in mana burn, a second mana burn, and he's gonna have to get out of there because he is taking way too much damage. He does have boots of speed, of course the Demon Hunter does as well. Whoops, but what it comes down to here is simply that Death Knight's not gonna die to this guy as long as he's running away, but he might take another mana burn depending on how he runs. Over here we can see the panda is tanking this creep. It's an easy tank to creep, or it's an easy creep to tank, and you know, so go for it. Down here we can see these ghouls have just went ahead and crept us out a Circle of Nobility and a Tome of Strength on the ground. Great items for that Death Knight. Now he would have loved to have sniped that the panda, but he just has too much life. There's no way that's gonna happen. He is a strength hero after all, so you do have to be a little bit careful of that. Trying to kill an archer, doing a lot of damage, but that Death Knight is taking a whole lot, and he mismarked that for just a second, taking an extra hit. Not something he really wants to do, and he's this low on life, and he's not going to try to chase with those skeleton warriors. He's just going to scout a little bit, it looks like, or maybe bide his time and then try to come in here with the wisp, or who knows what he wants to do. CorNoX, however, he is taking to tier 3 right now. As you can see, he's got 2 lures down, putting down the shop. We'll go ahead and at some point probably go ahead and grab that orb of venom. We do see the Lich is out. We do see, of course, the Fiends, seeing it's not a guard tech. Slaughterhouse is also down, and the Demon Hunter running slightly too close into this base. Now, kind of curious, is he going to check over here? Because he should. He really should. There's some stuff over there, some nice goodies, but it looks like those are going to go ungoodified for a little while. I don't know what that word means, but anyway, so over here we can see that Grubby with his army. It's not a bad army. It's actually a pretty good army. Looks like he's going for that tier 3 push timing, but let's do as much damage as I can right now anyway, because I'm pretty strong in my army beastiers. So we're gonna see if that's gonna happen. Now that is a level 2 panda getting a very nice haze fire off on the majority of Grubby's army, and he doesn't have a healing scroll. So everything's low, and he's gonna have to be very careful here in micro well. As you can see, he's lost, it looks like, a couple of ghouls in that fight already, and now he's running these guys away, trying to maybe micro those guys. Hopefully not gonna lose all of his ghouls. Did lose another one, probably gonna lose that one as well, so it's 2 down. He could lose 1 more before this is over, and we do have Dryads running over here. Meanwhile, over here at Mr. CorNoX's base, we can see that there's a Demon Hunter, there's a Death Knight and a Lich trying to kill an archer who's going to be using these Moonwells to say, screw you. And it looks, I'm about to look here in a second, but I want to make sure. Will we see this ghoul go down as well? It looks like we will. So that is at least 3, and if I look, will I see a 4th? Yep, 4 ghouls down, and I'm thinking that was a total of 6 ghouls down, in fact. Because we saw the 2, I believe, die right here. So, or 3, I'm not sure. I've lost count. Anyway, so that's a lot of ghouls killed, right? And now Grubby's in an interesting situation here. He doesn't have a TP, and there are Dryads that can slow you down quite a lot. Do we have an aura? We do have a level 2 on the Death Knight, so there is Unholy Aura. Unfortunately, there's no way that Fiend's getting out of this. Look at that. He's getting blocked by the archer. He's being attacked by slow poison and Dryads, and oh, moment of silence for the Fiend. All right. I don't know, a moment is actually like a minute or 90. I think a moment's actually defined as 90 seconds. Did you know? I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. We're not doing that long. But yeah, we're gonna see if a Wisp gonna get killed. I think that was a 1 attack and a coil, which will indeed kill a Wisp, a level 1 coil with 1 attack. Or level 2 coil should also kill the Wisp, right? Because that's, yeah, so easily. That would so we got 120. I was like, I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. I mean, it must, right? Because 1 attack and 1 coil at level 1 kills it, so level 2 coil does more damage than that. So yeah, that works. Anyway, so we're gonna see Grubby trying to creep. He's saying, all right, I need to get some experience up. I need to get high-level heroes. He does indeed have an orb on his Lich, and I think he might be going straight Fiends at this point. Fiend, Destro, you know, he's got these ghouls over here. Are they Frenzy? The answer is not a chance. Look at that. They move at average speed, not fast, so that's, you know, it's not great for him. Over here we can see there is an Illusionified Demon Hunter. He's saying, I'm trying to bait a Coil Nova. Can I do that? Because I don't have a mana burn? Oh, yes, I can. And Grubby's feeling pretty silly about that right there. He's like, oh, man, that was worse than a mana burn coming in and, you know, harassing me. That was pretty bad. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see Grubby. He's creeping out this red camp. Of course, his opponent CorNoX already did that, and we can see these are Master of Airs, and you know he's level 3 on both of his heroes. Got a lesser invulnerability potion on this Demon Hunter, and wow, look at that, plus 21 damage, a claws of attack plus 9, and then 2 plus 6. That's nice. Book of the Dead on the Pandarian Brewmaster, as well as 2 charges of Wand Evolution. You know, this is one of those things that's got like it's got a short time of effectiveness, because we're definitely going to see Destroyers, and I think we already have Destroyer form researched for Grubby, so it's not going to be super good. Oh, Ruined Bracers right there. Now, Ruined Bracers are a big deal, because Ruined Bracers are 33% spell damage, reduction, magic damage, whatever, and that's a big deal on your hero. So put that on the Panda, and he's never gonna die. Put that on the Demon Hunter, and he's never gonna. I can't. Oh, CorNoX isn't gonna pick that up. I don't think. I think he's just being mannered, because there's no way he didn't see that. He's probably like, you know what, Grubby's my friend. I'm not gonna be too imbalanced against him. And yeah, we're gonna see the Book of the Dead get sold. You know, it would have just been mass magic mana to the Destroyers, and he knows that, so there's no point in getting it. But he will pick up that healing scroll, as well as a Dust of Appearance, potion of lesser invulnerability, and it looks like he's actually gonna go grab those Ruined Bracers. Just maybe. Not as good of a friend as I thought, really. Jeez. Anyway, so there we go. A wonderful item for that Panda. No way it's gonna die. And down here you can see Grubby is creeping out this camp as well. And what item does he get on the Death Knight? Let's find out. It is a Healing Wards. Wonderful. 3 charges. That's great. Now over here we can see CorNoX throwing down his Tree of Life expansion. Oh, Grubby, why aren't you scouting that? You're so close. Oh, man, look at this. He could totally go cancel that. All he has to do is just go find out. Now, he probably needs to pick up a TP. Let's pick up a TP, Grubby. Grubby, pick up a TP. What are you doing? Yes, there we go. I was like, come on, Grubby. And unfortunately, he took all the time, and now there's no way he's gonna be able to kill that, because here comes CorNoX. Unless he can defeat CorNoX's army, which maybe he can. He's focusing the Demon Hunter. It's the right choice, because it doesn't have the Ruined Bracers, but as you can see, he's got a rejuvenation. He's already back, like, up to full almost. I mean, it's you know, it's not great. It's not a great situation for Grubby, but CorNoX is banking, right, at 50 food while he gets that expansion up. You can see Grubby putting down a Boneyard, getting his 3rd attack upgrade for those ranged guys, which is nice. And he's also sitting at 50 food. And yes, with the shade, he's gonna find this thing. He's like, oh, it's going up. I need to do something about this. Good Grubby, good Grubby. And then over here, you can see there's that Destroyer who was scouting around a little bit with that. And, you know, CorNoX was like, I was gonna come attack you, but you attacked me first, so I'm gonna have to TP. Grubby, of course, using a very good tactic here. It's called hit and run. You hit him, you force him to TP, and you get out of there. Although it looks like he might have to TP as well, seeing as he's gotten caught here. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to do this properly. It looks like he might lose a Fiend. He doesn't have enough mana for a Coil, so that's gonna go down. And we're gonna see something getting staffed back. Oh, it was a Dryad that was about to die. So nice play by CorNoX. If Grubby can get out, it was worth a Fiend, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get out with anything, with all of this other stuff. But if he can, though, he's in good shape. Gonna drop that Healing Ward. Very nice move. And is he going back to his base? No, of course not. This is Grubby we're talking about. The guy, he's very smart. He's like, if I go back to my base, I'm gonna have to fight this elf army at my base. What's the point of that? Why don't I come over here and try to do some damage to your expansion, and then maybe I'll DP then? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Get the Lich into a better position here. Oh, what a healing scroll to save that Dryad, but will it be enough? Oh, it will be enough. Really good micro right there from CorNoX. Wow, really well done. CorNoX playing this really well. And of course, down here we can see the Grubby saying, you know, so this isn't the best situation for me. He can clearly see that. He's like, I kind of just got owned in both of those fights and ran across the map and got owned a little bit more. And now my opponent's got Hippogriffs, and I don't know what I'm going to do, because those kind of kill my Destroyers and my Worms. And I mean, I got Fiends, I can go ahead and web them, but if I'm running away, then I can't really do that. So, I mean, I guess I could, but then you get slowed by the Dryads and then get killed and picked off, and that's not good either. So, Grubby's in for a rough time. He is, because his opponent has an expansion up. He's got more food. We can see that Mr. CorNoX sitting at 68 food. And Grubby is still sitting at 50. Now, Grubby is banking, so that's what his goal is. I'm gonna take a guess, considering he's at 60 food, getting ready to go up to 70. He might bank up to 1,500 gold, is what I would expect. He might break earlier, you know, because there is this expansion up. But he does have a little bit of time to wait. Looks like he is immediately gonna break before even hitting 1,000. So that is, you know, you know, why not? Why not? He does need to get this fight going. And of course, because once this army gets much bigger, he is going to have a whole big load of pain coming his way. It's the pain train known as CorNoX. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. Now, one thing is good for Grubby right now is that CorNoX currently doesn't have any TPs. So, you know, that's good. There's going to be a shop going up right here for Mr. CorNoX, and CorNoX can probably just defend this location. However, maybe we'll see Grubby going around the map over here. Maybe we'll see Grubby putting up a counter expansion of his own. That would be a really smart play, although it's hard to get those up, and it's even harder really to defend them against Night Elves. So if Grubby could get one up with a couple of towers, right, before, you know, spread out in a good position, something like a tower here, maybe a tower here, you know, something that Grubby has room to maneuver around, micro in and stuff, micro in and out, and that aren't all gonna get owned by like a Panda's Breath of Fire in like one big triangle, you know. That would be helpful, but I mean, that's gonna take a while. That you have to build the ziggurats and you have the tower stuff to upgrade. Oh, it takes a while. So it looks like, and that's a lot of resources too. And Grubby's like, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go for the attacks. And before we go, let's just look at the upgrades. You can see 3-0 for Grubby's units and 1-0 for CorNoX's units. So, or 2-0 now, actually, just finished. So CorNoX actually doing pretty well on upgrades, but definitely behind, as you can see, 2-0 versus 3-0.
Players' forces are under attack.
And these little starter engagements, they do not benefit Grubby at all. They are all in CorNoX's favor, because mana is what keeps Grubby going. That's how he wins a lot of these fights. It's really the only way he can deal with these fights. And he's probably gonna have to get some kind of item. I mean, if he doesn't get a TP, then he's gonna be going for an all-in push. And that's what it looks like. He's pulling his goals. He's saying, all right, we're gonna do this. I mean, Grubby could win this fight. It's going to require a lot of micro. CorNoX, I definitely think, has the upper hand. As you can see, both of his heroes very durable. Both of his heroes have a staff and a potion of lesser invulnerability, and he does have a healing scroll on the Demon Hunter. So and that's really one of the things, is that even though we can see that there's similar items on Grubby's heroes, if we can click his Lich, yeah, both of them have a potion of lesser invulnerability and a healing scroll on one of them, plus 2 healing wards. The problem is that he really has to be able to nuke down these heroes and remove them from the fight, and he's gonna have to deal with rejuvenation and all of that. And he's got to use his destroyers to eat this roar. And here we go, going straight for that Panda, getting him out of the fight just a little bit. Not bad, but that Death Knight is actually in a little bit of trouble. He's already had to pop that potion of lesser invulnerability. He's slightly getting surrounded here, and he is migrating pretty well. He's not doing bad. He's doing a lot of damage, taking out these bears right off the bat, trying to deal with the webbing, the hippogriffs, etc. And you will need to go ahead. That's a pretty big breath haze fire coming in on the whole of this army. We'll throw down that healing ward. Maybe it's gonna be enough. Oh, the Panda's getting very low, but he will get stabbed out at 100 life. Grubby's actually taking this fight pretty well, and all he has to do right now is get this Demon Hunter out of the fight a little bit. If he can just keep this Frostworm alive, keep kiting these Dryads to chase down the Frostworm, this is going really, really well, actually. And yeah, I did not think Grubby would win this fight as well as he was doing. I thought that he had a chance, but I thought with the items that CorNoX had and the shop right there's no way he was going to take it that decisively. CorNoX really just let that Panda get way too far out of position, I think, and the Demon Hunter wasn't in a very good position either. There was a lot of time he wasn't even really getting the attacks off on the targets that he wanted to, and he lost all of those bears way too quickly. That was just a really, really bad position for CorNoX, so really impressive. Now, the game still isn't over. It's definitely looking good for Grubby, but again, don't forget that CorNoX still has an expansion up and running, and Grubby hasn't really stopped that yet. But we're definitely going to see that Panda taking a lot of damage. We can see double stats happening right here, although this Demon Hunter is getting very low. He does have the rejuvenation put on him right now. Is he going to be able to reach that Moonwell before he gets nuked? Yes, he will. Very nicely done. He does have that Orb of Venom on the Demon Hunter right now, and he is going to try to kill this Frostworm if he can. He needs to start taking these heavy air units out. That is one of his goals. Back here we can see the Night Elf army is trying to clean up the ground army over here. We'll be seeing a lot of damage going off onto that Lich. How much mana is on the Death Knight? Not enough for a coil, so he's gonna have to be really careful here, but he does have a statue coming right in, a full mana statue, and a potion of lesser invulnerability on that Lich. Gonna keep one of these Wand of Illusions right here charges for the Death Knight. Now we can see that the remaining heroes for CorNoX have healed all the way back up, and they've pretty much refreshed their items. They're not bad items, and we're gonna see the shop going down, but once again, CorNoX still has this expansion up and running, and he's got a couple of Wisp right there. He's gonna try to be pretty aggressive with, probably to just drain the mana, make sure that Mr. Grubby here does not get another coil off. That's probably his goal. But we're gonna see. Here comes that haze fire. Will we see any of that getting eaten? You can't really tell. It was too fast for the breath came in way too fast after that haze. Just none of it got eaten in time. Now here comes a nice detonate onto the Lich. Although Grubby's doing pretty well. He's got level 5 on the Death Knight and level 4, pretty close to level 5 on that Lich as well. So over here we can see that CorNoX is backing off. He's getting pretty close, but the thing is that Grubby right now has the hero level advantage. But don't forget, like I said, CorNoX has the economy advantage. These main gold mines are about to run out. And when that happens, Grubby has to make a decision. Do I keep this assault up? Can I kill this expansion? Because every time that he's going to go for that, CorNoX is going to dart in and out and say, hey, I don't want you to be able to focus on my expansion. You have to focus on my army, because I'm just going to go back and heal up, and I'm going to have full mana on my heroes and come back in and mana burn, and I'm going to haze fire, and you're going to have to deal with it because it's just going to be too much damage. And you can see he's trying to do that. He's got his destroyers, those guys who can't get haze fired, get those guys out of there. And this frost storm is really important as well. He doesn't want to lose it. But here it goes. It's going to die right there. There's no way. Down it goes. Death Knight taking a lot of damage. Going to pop that potion of lesser invulnerability. He's got to be really careful. He's trying to do some damage to these heroes once again. But again, now he's going to switch on focus to the bears. Taking those guys down would be really worth it. But yes, we can see Grubby is really starting to lose this fight. He's going to have to retreat. Oh dear. This is looking worse and worse for Grubby. Unfortunately, though, it really looked strong for him for a little while. Level 5 now being picked up by the Lich. Not in a good position. Might have to pop that potion of lesser invulnerability. There he goes. Gonna pop a nice dark ritual on the abomination to get full mana back. But unfortunately, that Lich is taking way too much damage. Not enough mana for a coil. He's trying to block this Death Knight, or this Demon Hunter, from killing the Lich. He needs to get over to this shop to buy something. I don't know. A potion of invisibility. Unfortunately, there is a dust on the panda. And will that get happened? Will that happen? I don't. Oh, it does get happen. Well, it does get. That's not words. It does manage to hit the Lich, and a mana burn will finish the Lich off. GG, well played, called by Grubby. What a match. What an ending. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, but wow. Grubby really came in really strong with that way superior positioning at the fight for the Expo, but CorNoX said, hey, I'm going to engage you, and I'm going to lose the fight, but you're not going to kill my expansion. And that's what happened. I mean, CorNoX was able to keep that expansion up. And, you know, the proxy buildings he had there in front of the expansion definitely helped, because Grubby couldn't as easily get in to attack the expansion itself. So he had to kill the proxy buildings first, and then at that point, his army had been willowed down enough that CorNoX could keep going back to the Moonwells, healing up, and coming back down, and just whittling down Grubby's army to the point where he could overwhelm him with the double economy advantage. So, what a game. Really well done, and awesome.